It's another spooky story. Another job hustle. I know getting a job is spooky, you know what I mean? But here's another installment. First thing first, after getting fired from my last job for apparently no reason to me other than the beads I was laying down on my welding was too thick. That's not what she said. Nothing's too thick, That's too thick. I guess that's something she could say. Anyway. Anyways, so I started waiting tables again. I got a job at another local restaurant waiting tables. It's a recurring thing in my life. I like to wait tables. I actually keep on saying that if I ever became a millionaire, or if I ever had too much money, I would just have a waiting job, just because it would keep me going. You know what I mean? Like, you're always running. Good cardio, keeps you alive, keeps you fit. Back and forth, keeps your mind quick, you know what I mean? I can take orders. I don't need to write this down, you know what I mean? It's good. It's a good job, waiting tables. I would do that if I was a millionaire. If I was a millionaire and didn't have nothing better to do with my days other than sit on the couch and do nothing, I'd be like, well, I'm going to go apply for this job and I'm going to wait tables and do that the rest of my life. And it would work. It would totally work. Like, it reminds me of my great-grandmother. I actually got to meet my great-grandmother. Not my grandmother. My great-grandmother. She smoked every day. Like, all the time. Like, she should have been dead. But she went up and down. She lived in a 2-story house. So every day she went up the stairs, she went down the stairs. She did this a numerous amount of times. And one day, it's funny, like me being a kid, like I'm running up the stairs, like calling out, it's like, hey, I want my dessert, it's the kind of thing. And she was coming down the stairs, and she's so old, she was like, oh crap, She actually stopped me, and she proceeded to spank me because I was running up the stairs too fast for her, and she wanted to make an impression, but she was so old that it was like the weakest spank in the world. I don't know if she I don't know if she was really giving it her all, or if she was like come on, comedic relief. I don't know. But still, I was sitting there like, really? Is this what you're giving me? I'm like 5 years old, and you're spanking me like I'm like 1. What is this? Like, I had to hold. That was the first time in my life I literally held my breath to keep from laughing out loud, and I have just soared ever since. You know what I mean? So anyways, this was my first job. It was my first job cheating on a resume, I guess you'd say it. I already had my resume, and then I went back, and then I was like, I can bartend because I bartended at this place before, and I actually did a lot of research and learned a lot of different drinks, and learned the restaurant's drinks and all that stuff so that I could pass off as a bartender. And they actually took it. They were like, look, he knows all the drinks, and he worked at a bar, so why not make him bartender? And it actually worked. I mean, I've done that numerous occasions, as you will see as the videos progress, of me just randomly doing stuff. But at this particular job, I had some weird instances. I had a girl who liked me, and she liked me. She said she liked me. Black girl. She said she liked me, and then later she took it back. Indian giver, bitch. You know what I'm saying? She said she liked me. She didn't give me a chance to respond, and then after a day or so, I was thinking about it. I was like, this bitch is fine. Yeah, okay. You know, so I started doing it, and she immediately came up with, oh, you're too late. And I'm like, why? You said you liked me. Why is it too late now? You know? And eventually, somebody else came and worked at the place, and it's kind of a sad story because it was like she started dating this black guy as kind of a revenge bang, I guess you call it, a revenge bang, where she was mad that I took a day to think about it because I'm weird. I think about things too much, you know what I mean? So she was pissed off. So it ended up with it literally ended up with me. After work, dude was like, let's get a couple of beers. So we go get a couple. So we go to my car and we go to get a couple of beers. And he's like, hold up a second, I gotta talk to my girl. So he goes and talks to the girl that says she liked me, and then they spend 30 fucking minutes in her car, and then he finally comes back to my car, and then we go get some beer. If I was the man I am today, I'd be like, fuck that shit, I'm leaving right the fuck now. I would not wait around, I would not sit around, I would not stand for that shit. I would fucking go to her face the next day and be like, what the fuck just happened? I would just be balls to the wall, you know what I mean? So the next thing is the start of the finish. There was a guy that started working there, and I guess he heard rumors because there was a lot of rumors. My life is filled with rumors. My life is filled with bullshit rumors, and I have to deal with the shit. So I might as well just explain it slowly, you know. Anyways, there's this guy who liked nunchucks. He got a serving job and like went around and came around and like, so this one instance where I was helping him run food to his table. If you've ever been a server, you run food to the table. So I was helping him do that, and he stops. And this is clear as fucking day. This guy is on a date with this girl, and he gets freaked out, and he's like, "Why are you licking your lips at me? You wanna go outside? I'm not done with that gay shit." You know, he went off the rails. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I was young and I was confused, and I was like, "What?" I was like, what the are you talking about? Like, he licked his lips. He could have licked his lips at the food. He could have licked his lips at his girlfriend. But you took it that he thought that you were gay, and now you want to fight him outside. You lost your job. He lost his job immediately. Are you kidding me right now? At the same time, the switch scenario is, now that I'm older, I analyze things too much to the point to where I'm thinking, was he directing that towards me? You know, at the time when I had the job, I had, you know, there were gay guys that worked there, and I was friends with them, and I guess he felt like friends by association. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gay by association, which I'm not. I'm not at all. But it was like gay by association. You know, you lay with dogs with fleas, you get fleas. And that's not always true. You know what I mean? Like, you lay with dogs with dicks, you're not going to get a dick up your ass if you don't want a dick up your ass. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things, you know. Which leads to the last part of it. I was not fulfilled in life. I felt like I needed to move away. I made arrangements to move away. I felt like I needed to start over, which your past follows you, which you can't give up, you can't do anything about. But I did move away. My next job is in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta. I said, forget Albany, forget everything, forget all of this. I'm gonna move to Atlanta, because actually it wasn't even Atlanta, it was somewhere else. I was just gonna move some random place. And I actually had high school friends that were living in Atlanta that actually gave me a chance to move in with them. So I was like, okay, I'll do that instead of just blindly going where the wind takes me, you know? That's a dark place. When you are living in a reality where you just see no other option than escape, that's a dark place. And I've lived that numerous times, and that's it. 11 minutes. You think they'll upload this after it's the 10-minute mark? Oh fuck, yo! Oh fuck, yo!